As always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
This fielded at the 2, and he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Switch it.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Let's go now. He's crossing.
On first down, Drake. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Play action now, Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. That is caught. It's Perriman. Touchdown, Packers. Brashad Perriman, 60 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Then they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Vick readies to throw, and his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd and short.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. And Vic's throw there incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They will indeed go for it. Vic, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Mike Yellow. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Come on, get this. You're all mine.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
The tackle made by Patrick Chung. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal. At the
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Tackles.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Motion. Reset. Mike's 5-4. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, alert 3. Hey, let's go.
3rd and goal. They're going with Chomp. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On second down, it's Drake. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Now to win. 50.
On 3rd and 1, here's Vic. Jordan Reed has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand, and it just whistles to the receiver.
Vic will look to throw on first down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
54. What's the run? They're running it. Right there. 54. Right.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Andre Reed, 67 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Vic, they'll set up the screen to Drake. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here we go. Come on.
3rd and short yardage. Vic, he may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't...
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he's going to go down again. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Michael Vick. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Lawrence Taylor. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Ray Guy now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. With it is Brown. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Cut.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, Vick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gonzalez. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Vick to throw it. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Vick. He's going to look deep for Perriman. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Rashad Perriman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have taken the lead.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs. When necessary, they help get him out of trouble.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go to Johnson again. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to look deep for Perriman. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 61 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it into Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Drake. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Touchdown, Packers! Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Vinatieri now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Packers 21, Panthers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
It's caught at the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. And watch that strike.
From the 29, Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing? It's football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's Vic. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Michael Vick. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Andre Reed, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Vic now. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Check, 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 check.
On first down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a...
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Anthony Barr in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Anthony Barr. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's Vic following the interception, being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. 3 bud.
Here's Vic. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Vic readies to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Throwing Vic. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it. But think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Switch. 15. 54's Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Attack, attack! Tighten up.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Now they're going to throw it here with Vic. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Well, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep playing it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Brown, 62 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Everson Griffin getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Vic back around his own goal line. Eluding. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't. Switch 9 and 3 in my life. You know my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they self.
That's why I treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let's go. Big hand ring. 1, 6, 4, 2, 8. Right here. Set.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Now Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch tight end. Alert. Attack. Shift. Let's go. Motion.
Snap coming in 1, and it's Mahomes. It's caught. Beckham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Odell Beckham
68 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Wait! I go wide! You can't block me! You can't block me! Yellow! You can't block me! Motion!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
I don't need to. 180! 53! Mike, 53! Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Back! Easy!
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. A quick pass out to Juju. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Switch up, switch up.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Dawson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Here we go, here we go. Slam, slam, slam.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Mike, 53.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number 1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's
from the gun on 3rd down. Cunningham. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Forced out to his left. And it is incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4.
Let's go, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Come on. You better bring it.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Get off the field. Switch. Yellow. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal.
Tight is right. Five down. Stand up in.
Again, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
McCaffrey. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
Jim Kirk on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Christian Kirk, 70 yards. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
22, Saints 16.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Cunningham from the gun, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They find some open field here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Crunch time, defense.
On second down, McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Cunningham. Open man is Kirk, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Cunningham now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Cunningham. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cunningham looking to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He finds his target, Beckham. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and
that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Here's Cunningham. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Mahomes going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. He's got Burton here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Check 44. Mike 5-4, Mike. Mike 5-4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Stills bringing it in. The 40. He's at the 30. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. One final try for Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
Keep it on me 'cause my name ring bells.